Thank you for coming to the webinar. This is SIT Study Abroad. My name is Vanessa Doyle, and we'll go through how to apply for admission. So this is the website, and we're going to click on Admissions. And here in the corner, you'll see Apply and Log In. And you can either create a new account, or you can click here and log back into an account you've already started. So first you'll enter your personal information, which is just, the basic personal information. And then you'll click on My Applications. So that's when you can start to see the layout of the roadmap of all the pieces that you need to do to complete your application. So first you'll select the program that you're interested in. You'll let us know the college you go to, your graduation, your degree, your GPA, and your first choice. You don't have to have a second choice. The first choice is the one you want to apply to. You can only apply to one program at a time. And if that program fills up early, or if you don't get a spot, then you can let us know what your second choice is. So you can choose to put a second choice in here or not. And then you'll see on your application that it will show the program name. You click on that. So important notes is that SIT is rolling admissions, so the earlier you apply, the better chance you have of getting in. We'll compare you to other students that are applying within that 3-week window, and we'll pick the students and let them know within 3 weeks if they got in. So it's definitely better to apply earlier, because once you're applying later in the application process, when the application deadline is nearing, then there's a lot more applications we're comparing you to. So it's always better to get it in early. And also programs can fill up very quickly, so it might not go until the deadline. The deadline might be not helpful. The admissions criteria is that you have a 2.5 and you're attending a college or a university and you've done 2 semesters of coursework already. If you don't meet that criteria, let us know. We can chat with you about that. And once we receive all the materials, we'll review your application, and there's a 2-week window when you can reserve your spot in the program, and you have to give a deposit of either $400 or $2,500 for IHP programs. And those are non-refundable. And if you're wondering about scholarship information, you can talk to your admissions counselor about before paying your deposit to find out if you can get scholarship information ahead of time. If you have any special services needed, we don't look at that for admission. It's a totally separate department, so go ahead and contact them, and it will not be part of your application process. They'll let you know what services are available, how we can accommodate you, so those are really helpful information. You'll need a passport, so make sure you have an up-to-date passport. You can start applying for that ahead of time. And a medical report will need to be done, current physical. And you can also set your spam filters so that you don't lose the important information from SIT. So the short answer is briefly describe your family. This is just so we can get to know you better, so it's not a really difficult part of the process that you need to worry about. And the statement of interest is letting us know why this program works for you, what are your goals, how it aligns with your future, anything that makes sense, even if it doesn't relate to your major or anything you've studied in the past, but you're interested in it. Just let us know that you have read about the program and you know about it, so that way we can know that you know what you're getting into and the level of work it will be, and make sure the theme matches with your needs. If you're doing an IHP application, you'll see an additional short paper is needed for the application as well. The Capstone is the independent research project. So you're going to the last month of your program, as long as it's not an IHP program, do an independent research project where you get to create your own research and create your own focus. So it's a really exciting part of SIT. And during this time, you will not be in classes, and the program will definitely help you to create this research project, so it's not on your own, but they'll help you structure it, and they'll give you a mentor as well. So this is something that makes SIT very unique. If you'd like to choose to do an internship, that's an option for some programs only. So here's an example of the research proposal, and this is just something that you can write down and give us an idea of what you're thinking of, but definitely most students change their mind, so you don't need to worry about sticking with this topic if you get something more interesting while you're on the program. So here's an example of a student. They've done a little research and they've just let us know that they want to learn more about the Mercosur business setup in South America. So this just shows that they thought about it a little bit. If you want to do an internship, click on that part of the application, and it will ask for you to submit a resume. And internships are really, we try and meet students' needs, but it's more about helping the organization to meet their goal. So you're getting some skills, but you're also giving back to the organization. And the research project is more about figuring out what you want to do with your own research. So there's two different options that are very different and unique. So for the internship, you'll need to explain what type of previous coursework or experience has prepared you and the type of organization you want to work with, and also your resume. If you have any language ability, put that in here. The homestay letter, if you have a program with a language requirement, you need to write a homestay letter in that language so we can, see that, and also this will go to the homestay family so they can get to know you better. So go ahead and upload that. Here's an example of one written in Spanish. And next you'll need to request a letter of reference from a professor. So put in the name and the email address and click submit, and that will be an email sent to them. Approval of participation. This is where your school is giving permission, so you need to click on your counselor so you can get permission from your school to study abroad with SIT. SIT will not let you study abroad with us unless your school is okay with that, so that's why we need this form. Let us know if you have any questions about, getting around this. If there's some sort of different situation your school has, let us know. Student disclosure, just read through these checklists before you submit. It lets you know that you have to check with your school ahead of time, and you have to make sure you're aware of transferring funding and credits and things like that. And also, let us know if you've been on probation. Nothing wrong with that, just let us know so we know ahead of time. This is where your transcript will be sent after the program, so it's not requesting your transcript be sent to SIT. We cannot request your transcript be sent to us. You have to do that. You have to go to your registrar's office and send SIT your official transcript. So this is trying to explain. It's a little confusing. Let us know if you're interested in applying for a scholarship with SIT, which I definitely suggest to everyone. And if you've been a veteran or a Pell Grant recipient or SEO scholar, click on that. And then you sign and click on Next. And the scholarship application is really simple. You just go into your FAFSA online and add our school code, and then let us know who we can contact in your financial aid office. That's it. There's no essays, no other application process for the financial aid. The application fee payment, some schools, they'll roll this into your other fees, and some schools you have to pay it yourself. So just depending on your school, whether you'll see this page or not to pay. And then once you submit, it will say incomplete, and that's confusing because the reason why it says incomplete is we're waiting for that reference, which you can't really do. They have to do that for you. The approval from your school, again, you can't do that, and the official transcript, that part you can send in. So that's why it says incomplete. It's just because we're waiting for those pieces. When your application is complete, you'll have all of these pieces: the essay, capstone, the transcript, recommendation, the approval from your school, and the application fee. Some programs will require the homestay letter, the writing sample, the passport copy, and the resume. So this is what a complete application looks like. And this is just the timeline of your application. Once you submit it, it will be incomplete, and once we have all the pieces, it's complete. Then you move to, we'll review you, and you will be offered a spot, and you have 2 weeks to turn in your confirmation materials. And then if you pass those all in, and your deposit, your spot is confirmed. Important dates. For summer, September 15th is when it opens, December 15th for fall, and April 15th for spring. Closing dates, April 1st for summer, May 1st for fall, May 15th for all other fall programs, and October 1st for spring IHP, and November 1st for most spring programs. This is the contact information for all the admissions counselors. If you want to study abroad in Asia, contact Andrea. If you want to study abroad in the Middle East, contact Ian. Europe, contact Joyce. Africa south of the Sahara, contact Corinne. And Latin America, contact Vanessa. Great. So just a few things that students sometimes have questions about. What makes SIT unique? We like to use really hands-on and experiential learning where you get to experience what it's like to live in that country, to learn about the politics and activism in that country. So we'll bring in activists, we'll bring in professors. We'll have a lot of different people for you to interact with, so it won't just be one professor the whole semester. You'll have a lot of different people that you can learn from their experiences and hear their voices. And they may not be professors. They may be people who have lived the experience or been active politically. So we want to give you that experience. Rolling admission we talked about. Just make sure you apply early before programs fill up. The Homestay Experience is very unique. We work with homestay families that really want to be with you, learn about your culture, share their culture, and not just a place to house you. So we look for families that really are involved. So that's different about SIT. The internship versus the research project is something that makes SIT unique as well. It's the last month when you get to do that research project or internship. And we've already discussed scholarships, so definitely apply for a SIT scholarship. And depending on your school, there may be billing arrangements. You can ask us about that, whether or not you can get scholarships if you pay your school directly, and if you can carry scholarships from your college to SIT. All those different questions, please contact the person on your screen. So thank you so much for coming to the webinar, and please let us know if you have any questions, and hope to hear from you soon.